ALS Alternative Learning Systems.
He was working for unification of India. In your opinion, he was working as a diplomat or as a politician?
He was working as a politician, like home minister.
Or not as a diplomat?
So in unification, he was working in unification of different provinces. He was working as a diplomat, and as a home minister, he was also working as a politician.
Don't exclude the question. Don't destroy the question.
So as a diplomat.
Why? Why you think so? Now, what quality you think in your mind is different from politician? He was a politician, not as a diplomat. Here, diplomat is not as a politician. Why? How you think so?
So he was a tough negotiator and a very straightforward.
Not getting to that point.
And a very straightforward man.
What is known as subtle diplomacy? Subtle diplomacy, you know?
Yes, sir, I have heard about it. So, subtle diplomacy, it is generally ascribed to the former US Secretary, Mr. Henry Kissinger, when he tried to balance the relation between various Gulf countries and Israel.
What is mean by subtle? What is the seriousness of the word subtle?
So by subtle, I mean that he used to go from one place to another in a very short span of time, from UAE to Jordan to Syria.
And going frequently between two places.
Yes, sir. In order to maintain the relation between them as well as the United States.
So, this is the series of subtle.
So, this part-
You know, subtle cock.
Yes, sir.
It goes from here to there, there to here.
Yes, sir. In no time.
Going from a place to another and another place to
Coming
here.
back
In a,
in a very short
in a
span.
very short span.
Time.
To negotiate.
Yes, sir. The relation. Yes, sir.
This question is very. Answer yours is very good. What is Machiavelli? You don't know? In diplomacy?
So, Machiavelli is generally ascribed to one of the propounder of realistic school of thought in international relations as well as politics. His book on statecraft as well as diplomacy is regarded one of the finest art in diplomacy as well as politics.
You have BTech in mechanical engineering. Can you explain how Archimedes verified the purity of the crown of his king?
So I am not able to recall what exact criteria did he use for it.
Do you know Archimedes principle?
Yes.
What is that?
So Archimedes principle is used to check whether a body can remain afloat on.
Principle is not to check. Principle is a principle. What is that principle?
I am not able to recall it.
You have to know. You are a mechanical engineer. What is Pascal's law?
Pascal's law states that if a pressure is applied on a liquid, at top it will uniformly distribute all throughout its surface. If a pressure is applied in a liquid, at its top it will certainly distribute itself to all over the bottom as well as
In a closed liquid.
in a closed.
In a river. It should be
Closed.
closed liquid. What is the use in mechanics?
It has various of uses in mechanics, such as in hydraulic bar. It is used for lifting of cars for various purposes like washing and other different fitting movements.
Explain the mechanics of a hand pump.
So hand pump is basically a lever which has a fulcrum, load and a load. And when pressure is applied, in its load, which is at one of the ends, its fulcrum sucks out the water from a valve, and the water is pumped out.
You have said it is basically a lever only.
Yes, lever, and also work on the principle of pressure.
And there are two principles, lever and there is a pump also.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Simple.
Valve.
Yes, sir.
What is the property of a valve?
Sir, a valve maintains the unidirectional flow of a liquid.
And stop the other direction.
Yes.
Flow.
Yes, sir. It maintains the unidirectional flow.
So, Sachin, it seems that you are interested in cricket and you are equally interested in keeping track of recent developments and diplomacy world over. What is cricket diplomacy? Have you heard of this?
Yes, sir. So, cricket diplomacy has generally 2 to 3 connotations in terms of India. It was earlier used in 2000, in the earlier 2000 decade during India and Pakistan. When it was used to mend the broken relation between India and Pakistan or Kashmir. And recently it has been also used between India and Australia now, after having signed the CPA agreement between the two countries.
So, how will you differentiate cricket diplomacy with track 2 diplomacy?
So, track 2 diplomacy is when non-governmental bodies, say people to people or generally NGOs, negotiate or do have a talk with their other counterparts.
Do they negotiate?
No, sir. They work out different modalities.
Do they work out?
No, sir. They generally provide a blueprint which may be used for government to work out a modality.
In what way will be their engagement? Do they have anything to do in diplomatic relation?
Sir, it's generally cultural or people to people
So,
or business.
so would you like to correct yourself? Correct track 2 diplomacy.
Yes, sir.
Now think, reflect and tell me.
Track,
Reframe yourself.
track 2 diplomacy is when people from outside the government, when they engage with their own counterpart, which finally helps in improving the relations.
You have some idea, but you are not able to put it. No issues, right? Since you opted for political science, international relation, and you keep track of recent development in politics, what is the most recent in Indian politics according to you?
I think there are 2-3 equally important news which have been going for the last 1 week. Such as recent debates which is going on one nation, one election, and a recent controversy which has been quoted by different parties regarding whether the conduct of caste census should be happen with this ongoing census or not.
As a student of political science, what's your opinion on one nation, one election?
I do believe that this concept of one nation, one election is not good for the federalism, as far as federalism of a country is concerned. And
So you not endorse because it may have adverse impact on federal character.
yes,
This is one.
maybe.
What else?
And second, sir, I do believe that it will lead to invisibilization of regional parties, and especially for my state, which has been ruled by one or the next regional party for the last 25 years, it will be not good, sir.
Okay, so you feel that it will, be disadvantageous for regional party, and you are saying that visualization, you are using the word.
Invisibilization.
Invisibilization. What do you mean by invisibilization? They will not be present?
They will slowly disappear from the political arena, as sir pointed out by many sociologists or political scientists.
No, your opinion.
So I also do feel the same, sir.
You
It
feel
will
the
change
same.
upon the federal character of Indian Constitution, which is a basic structure.
Okay. Other than federal thing, technically, do you think there is something which is holding us to think loud on this?
Yes, sir. I think it will also impinge upon the diversity of India.
Okay, what are the arguments in support of one nation, one election?
So the argument in support of one nation, one election is that it help state exchequer in saving some money.
But if I counter this, that there will be ultimately no impact in terms of exchequer.
Yes, sir. I also do feel the same. Even if it cost some money. That money is worth paying for in the defense of federalism and diverse political arena.
Okay, so let's say that the present state is that cabinet has approved Ramnath Kovind headed committee recommendations. What will be the follow-up action needed if this recommendation is to be enforced? And where all you see political challenges for the present regime to push this idea forward?
So first we absolutely need is the constitutional amendment which will be required in Article 83, 82 and subsequent amendment in respect to the state legislation.
Mhm.
And
So you are saying one Article 83 will be amended.
and subsequent
On what basis that amendment in 83 will be needed?
So that amendment is vis-a-vis a period of Lok Sabha,
Term of Lok
term
Sabha.
of Lok Sabha.
Okay,
And subsequent to Article 172, term of state legislative assembly.
Hmm.
And second challenge which may come is the requirement of majority, absolute majority, which is not present with the ruling dispensation of.
No, do you see any political challenge related to dissolution of legislature? Who dissolves the state legislative assembly?
Governor.
Governor. So governors will dissolve on what basis? They need some constitutional backing, no? If they have to go for premature dissolution.
This is also the challenge that whether a state will agree or not for the premature dissolution of their assembly, say only after 1 or 2 years post-formation.
No, on what basis governor dissolves the state legislative assembly?
So if it feels the governance is not run in accordance with the
Okay, so he can recommend president's rule. Dissolution of a state legislature.
if the chief minister has lost his confidence of the house,
And no alternative government is possible.
this is possible in the term.
Okay. You have done mechanical engineering. So tell me, what is the difference between machine, tool, equipment? What will be the differentiator according to, or are the three the way we use in day-to-day parlance same? How machine is different than tool?
So a tool is a very primitive form of machine.
Tool is a form of machine.
It's a very primitive or non-functional type of machine. For example, we can call a hammer a tool, but it's not a machine. While a machine is something which is more functionalized and specialized. Say a lathe machine or a drilling machine or a holder.
So
And-
what
And
differentiates?
equipment is a very generic term, sir. Even the paper holder is equipment, or even the space holder is an equipment.
Then what is device? Tool and device, do we have difference?
I'm not.
Okay. Think, tool and device.
I think tool is something which is used for doing work. While a device, the device is also the same thing which makes our work easier or it's comfort.
Okay. Last, equipment and gadget. Will there be any difference?
So gadgets, the word gadget has been used lately generally for those electronics
Okay.
devices.
And if can we say electrical gadgets?
Yes, electrical and electronics. For
Electrical and
example, walkie-talkie is a gadget. Mobile is also a gadget.
Okay. Thank you.
Sachin, in the optional subject political science and international relations, there is a term in international relations called deterrence. What is both?
So Plato's idea of democracy was more radical, and it was also criticized by later political theorists. While the Aristotle's idea of democracy was more practical. It says democracy, it should a ruler should be one who need not to be a philosopher, but generally a one who is selected by different masses.
So, in your answer, you were saying that Plato is encouraging the idea of democracy, or is supporting the idea of democracy?
No, sir. Regarding to many political theorists, many political theorists call him the enemy of democracy because the concept of philosopher king is a very subjective term. Yes, sir. And it was Aristotle who is provided the original theorist of democracy.
आपके कितने भाई बहन?
I have one sibling.
Suppose you have 4 siblings, including you. Virat, Rahul, Sachin. Okay, I will reframe this question. Suppose you have 4 siblings, including you, Virat, Rahul, Saurabh. What is your name?
Virat, Rahul, Saurabh.
What is your name?
So ideally, it should be Sachin.
Should think out of the box.
Virat, Rahul, Saurabh.
What is your name? Your name is what? Your name is what? I have said you. What is your name? So your name is
What?
पोस्ट प्रेफरेंस क्या है आपका?
Bihar Police Services.
बिहार पुलिस
Bihar Education Services.
ओके बिहार एजुकेशन सर्विसेज व्हाट आर द चैलेंजेस ऑफ प्राइमरी एजुकेशन इन बिहार?
Sir, I think there are many challenges which place the primary education in Bihar, starting from lack of infrastructure, even lack of public awareness among the lower rungs.
Especially about the primary education.
Yes, sir. And second, sir, there are lack of teachers.
In current scenario, you have already seen that
Yes, sir, but it
more than 4 lakhs teachers
Yes, sir.
have been educated by the government.
Yes, sir, but the recruitment has started off late only in the last 3-4 years. That's why I said. And lack of infrastructure is the biggest challenge. Schools are not in good shape. There is not Anand or labs are not there.
So infrastructure is enough for the primary solving the primary education problems.
No, sir, it is one of the aspects, sir.
So
Better teacher training is required.
okay.
Better awareness among the parents is required.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we'll call you back shortly for the interview, feedback. सोच रहे हो कि ज्यादा इसमें जाने से you are holding yourself. Don't do that. You will not go wrong, and even if you go wrong, no issues. Okay, you will stand. You will make yourself corrective. बोर्ड थोड़ा सा क्लू देगा ना तो पकड़ लोगे तुम. समझ गए? So this is number 1. Number 2, general nature question. Okay, जैसे sir asked you कि what should be the one thing which differentiate politicians with diplomat. Okay, क्या होना चाहिए? तो अभी सोचो.
Articulated.
हाँ, डिप्लोमेट हमेशा क्या बात करेगा? ओके, आर्टिकुलेट करके इंफॉर्मेशनल रैशनल कन्वर्सेशन करता है.
परसुएसिव होना चाहिए था.
परसुएसिव होना है, असर्टिव होना है, ओके, पार्टिसिपेटिव होना है, ओके, आर्टिकुलेट होना है. ओके, पॉलिटिशियन अगर आर्टिकुलेट नहीं है, स्ट्रेटेजिस्ट भी है तो चलेगा. Are you getting it? So you just have to think, उनको relationship को maintain करना आना है. Okay, that is what is there. Track to diplomacy. Okay, क्या होता है? What is track to diplomacy? When there is stress in bilateral relation and diplomatic channel has come in frozen state, then what we do? We break the ice through non-governmental engagement. Okay, we break the ice. Okay, तो क्या होता है? कल्चरल एक्सचेंज होता है, गेम्स होता है, स्पोर्ट्स होता है, इवेंट्स होता है. ओके, वो डिफ्यूज करता है ग्रेजुअली. ओके, एंड क्रिएट्स ए सपोर्टिव एटमॉस्फेयर फॉर डिप्लोमेटिक चैनल्स टू रीस्टार्ट, रीनेगोशिएट. ओके, दैट इज व्हाट इज ट्रैक 2. विद इन ट्रैक 2 एक इफेक्टिव टूल आया है क्रिकेट डिप्लोमेसी. ठीक है, सो दिस इज समथिंग you need to be थोड़ा सा political science international आप में आपके जो information है ये information में बहुत loud and strong message है हमारे लिए board member के लिए कि आप political science international relation subject पढ़े हो और आपका स्पेशल इंटरेस्ट भी है न्यूज़पेपर में डिप्लोमेसी में करंट अफेयर तो थोड़ा हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशंस जो है हाई हो रहा है यू हैव टू विथस्टैंड दैट एक्सपेक्टेशन अगर ये बिना लिखे हुए अगर आता आपका जो आंसर सो आई वुड हैव रिटेड वेरी गुड ओके बट नाउ आई हैव हायर एक्सपेक्टेशन तो ये अपने स्ट्रेंथ एरिया में आप खेल जाओ तो आपको 90 100 आउट ऑफ 120 मिल सकता है दैट पोटेंशियल इज देयर ठीक है तो थोड़ा मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग पर एंड थोड़ा सा स्माइल रखो एंड व्हाइल यू आर सिटिंग ना स्लाउचिंग नहीं होना एक नॉर्मल टेंडेंसी है आपका भी पुलिस सर्विस दिए हो फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस ओके तो थोड़ा सा सिट स्ट्रेट एंड बी रिस्पॉन्सिव द वे यू आर स्माइल ऑन फेस ओके दैट्स इट बेसिक्स देख के जाओ ओके
Interview is in 424.
24 ना ठीक है still you have 20 more days 20 plus more days 25 days you have keep on reading newspapers keep track जैसे one nation one election okay your stand is you don't support ठीक है अब उसके में आर्गुमेंट्स में आपका जो प्राइमरली आया कि may have adverse impact on federal character of Indian polity and it will push regional political parties very disadvantageously. You use the word disappearance or क्या बोला word invisibilization. Okay, ठीक है आप थोड़ा सा इसमें articulate बनो क्योंकि डिप्लोमेसी है ना तो थोड़ा सा डिप्लोमेटिक आंसर यहाँ चाहिए आप बोलो कि गवर्नमेंट हैज thought of this one nation one election with certain benefits. However, I feel so that it will have very adverse consequential impact on federal polity. It is placing, our vibrant democracy adverse impact because multi-party system we have. Okay, and whatever government is thinking to achieve, those things can be achieved through other electoral reforms as well. Okay, which will not have consequential impact. खर्च ज्यादा हो रहा है not because we have to conduct election खर्च ज्यादा हो रहा है because political parties are madly campaigning and spending money candidates are there वहां पे हमें फोकस करना है ना कि कैसे हम वो कैंपेन कॉस्ट इलेक्टोरल दिस
यहाँ एक और क्वेश्चन निकलेगा आपके क्वेश्चन से कि 52 से 67 तक तो कौन इलेक्शन हुआ तो वाज इट अगेंस्ट द फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर
हाँ बताओ
है ना
अभी बताओ ये अच्छा क्वेश्चन ये बोल रहा है कि पहले भी
आपका जो आंसर
आर्गुमेंट है
फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर के अगेंस्ट है हाउ इट 52 से 67 जो शुरू का पीरियड था कंट्री का
वाज इट अगेंस्ट फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर सर का क्वेश्चन
आगे करने का आंसर यही होना चाहिए होगा
बताओ
I think then they were a newly independent created nation and political awareness was somewhat lower there.
No, we were starting as a state nation. तो इंसिडेंटल होना है ठीक है जब हम शुरू कर रहे हैं कोई चीज तो एक ही साथ शुरू होगा ना इलेक्शन ओके नंबर 1 नंबर 2 at that time in our parliamentary democracy we had only one party hardly there was other parties but over a period of time when our democracy became vibrant we turned into a very multi-party system okay and constituent assembly debates में था कि they have very strongly supported federal polity okay so that is arguments so आपको discussions में आएगा articulate होना है थोड़ा सा ठीक है you got it yes so you'll do well man और एक चीज बोर्ड मेंबर अगर हिंदी में क्वेश्चन पूछे ना आंसर हिंदी तो बोल सकते हो so answer in Hindi with as many English word as you can no issues लेकिन अगर board member is asking you question completely in English answer in English because your medium is English Okay. Even then, if somebody asks you question पूरी तरह से हिंदी में पूछ लिया, तो आप हिंदी में आंसर दो and use as many English words as you can. Restrict नहीं होना है. Flow आपका जो है ना, fluency impacted नहीं होना है बस. Okay. So you got it. You do well.
समझिए कन्वर्सेशन है, इट इज नॉट क्वेश्चन आंसर नहीं है, है ना? कन्वर्सेशन, इंटरव्यू इज कन्वर्सेशन. एक माइंड.
All the best.
Thank you.